this world on Turkey Day. Do not be conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is good and acceptable and the perfect will of God. So basically, that crosses the old desecrated temple built with hands. We're the living temple of the Most High. That's right. Make yourself a living sacrifice.
That's right. Y'all see that? That's New Testament, ain't it, kid?
Romans chapter 12, verses 1 and 2.
Present your body, which is the temple of God, a living sacrifice. That's right. See that? Holy, blamable, which is your reasonable service. That's the least you can do. That's right. For the Lord. All right, let's finish this off. 1 Maccabees chapter 4. Start at verse 36.
1 Maccabees chapter 4, verse 36. Then said Judas and his brethren, behold, our enemies are discomfited. Let us go up and cleanse and dedicate the sanctuary.
See, let's go up and cleanse and dedicate the sanctuary, the temple of God. Dedication, that's what Hanukkah means. Dedication. Remember, when you read these things, read it spiritually. Remember, you are the temple. So be this valiant in cleansing your temple. That's right. All right, come on, brother.
Upon this, all the hosts assembled themselves together and went up until Mount Sinai. And when they saw the sanctuary desolate, and the altar profane, and the gates burnt up, and the shrubs growing in the courts, as in the forest, or in one of the mountains, yeah, and the priest's chambers pulled down, they rent their clothes, and made great lamentation, and cast ashes upon their heads, and fell down flat to the ground upon their faces, and blew an alarm with the trumpets, and cried towards heaven. Then Judas appointed certain men to fight against those that were in the fortress, until he had cleansed the sanctuary. So he chose priests of blameless conversation, such as had pleasure in the law, who cleansed the sanctuary, and bear out the defiled stones into the unclean place. And when as they consulted what to do with the altar of burnt offerings, which was profane, they thought it best to pull it down.
See that? They ain't cleaned the altar that had swine blood on it. That's right. Flesh. They said, oh, just clean the barbecue grill. They say get rid of it. Get rid of it. Cleansing ain't gonna do it. We're gonna have to get rid of this altar right here. That's right. And build a whole new altar. Why? Swine flesh have been sacrificed on it. That very same swine flesh you love today. Come on, bro.
Lest it should be a reproach to them, because the heathen had defiled it. Wherefore they pulled it down, and laid up the stones in the mountain of the temple, in the convenient place, until there should come a prophet to show what should be done with them. Then they took the whole stones according to the law, and built a new altar according to the former, and made up a sanctuary, and the things that were within the temple, and hallowed the courts. They made also new holy vessels, and into the temple they brought the candlestick.
That's what this is right here. That's right. Pure gold. A couple 1,000 pounds. Come on, bro.
And the altar of the burnt offerings, and of incense, and the table. And upon the altar they burnt incense, and the lamps that were upon the candlesticks they lighted, that they might give light in the temple.
See that? Not like the Jewish tradition that says it was enough oil for 1 day and it burned for 8 days. You like one for every 8 days. No, I just said they lit the whole candlestick to give light, right? And they got you thinking it's a 9-branch candlestick. It's 7. It's always been 7. That's right. See, that's the difference between what we doing and then what the Jaime Weinstein has been doing over in Jerusalem. You feel me? That's their version. That's called Judaism out the Talmud. That's right. Right? That's rabbinical tradition. That's not in here. Don't say nothing about no 9-branch candlestick. The the candlestick always was 7. Exodus chapter 25, Moses got the blueprint.
That's right.
Revelation chapter 1, Christ is standing in the midst of the 7 candlesticks. You see that? How easy Satan can slide right on in. We be blasting Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that. And then we sit up here doing something that's rabbinical.
That's right.
You don't say nothing about enough oil for 1 day and it burned for 8 days and light 8 candlesticks for 8 days. Don't say that. It say light the candle. So they can have light so they can see what they was doing. Let's finish it, brother.
Furthermore, they set the loaves upon the table and spread out the vials and finished all the works which they had begun to make. Now on the 25th day of the 9th month, which is called the month of Kislev, in the 180th year, they rose up betimes
in the morning.
Betimes in the morning.
That's the day. That's the night. The 25th day of the 9th month is the day. You say, well, hold on, brother. It's November. It's the 11th month. What y'all talking about? Y'all off by 2 months. Should be done in September. The 9th moon or the 9th month from Passover. Our New Year starts in the spring. So the 9th month or the 9th moon, the 25th day of that moon or month, it lands directly today. It just so happened this year, it was on the same day as what you call Thanksgiving.
That's right.
So we all go back. Our New Year start around March/April, the month of Abib. It ain't dead middle of winter. December 31st, January 1st.
That's right.
And scriptural verification for that is Exodus chapter 12. This shall be the beginning of months and years for you. Deuteronomy chapter 16.
That's right.
All right, come on, brother.
Y'all, we ain't got long. Tarry with us just a second longer. Go ahead.
And offered sacrifices according to the law upon the new altar of burnt offerings, which they had made. Look at what time and what day the heathen had profaned it. Even in that was dedicated with song, the cistern and harps and cymbals.
See, it was dedicated the same day, 3 years later, to the very day they profaned it. 3 days later, we rededicated the temple of God.
That's right.
The 25th day of Kislev, which is today. This is the first day. It ends December 5th. All right, come on, bro.
Then all the people fell upon their faces, worshiping and praising the God of heaven, who had given them a good success. And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days and offered burnt offerings with gladness and sacrificed the sacrifices of deliverance and praise.
Come on.
They decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold.
Oh, they decked trees with gold.
The forefront of the temple with crowns of gold.
See what lights you doing.
That's right.
That 25th day of Kislev, you think of December 25th.
Right.
See how slick Satan is?
Yeah.
And then 8 days, and then January 1st, you take your trees down and all that.
Take your lights down.
What lights we supposed to be doing? You deck a tree, but this say the temple was decked with gold. See? See how slick? He's real crafty. Your enemy you deal with ain't some chump. He's real crafty. Been there from the beginning. Right? His whole mission is to be like the Most High. And get the Most High's creation to worship Him. That's his whole mission. He's a copycat. So if you ain't studying and looking at the subtlety behind it, you think, oh, we supposed to be doing this. That's cool. And not getting down into it. All right, come on, brother.
And with shields, and the gates, and the chamber they renewed, and hanged doors upon them. Thus was there very great gladness among the people, for that the reproach of the heathen was put away.
Flat out, come on.
Moreover, Judas was a brethren
with the whole,
Judas and his brethren with the whole congregation of Israel ordained that the days of the dedication of the altar should be kept in their seasons from year to year.
Flat out, come on.
By the space of 8 days from the 25th day of the month of Kislev, which mirth and gladness.
Happiness. Joyous occasion, because the Lord fought the battles of Israel, allowed brothers to rise up, and we got the Lord's temple rededicated.
That's right.
Remember, you the temple of God now. So be that valiant in spirit to kick any type of doctrine or worship of any other God out your life.
Right.
And don't let fear be a motivating factor for you to keep staying in idolatry. Or everybody gonna laugh at me, or I'm gonna be mocked. Hey man, look, these brothers was told they was gonna be murdered, killed if they ain't get down. You scared of somebody joning. We Israel, you gonna be joned on. And laughed out the house. A black Jew, girl. Come on now. They who? Israel who? Israeli. Yeah, if you scared of that, you might stay on your porch. These brothers was being murdered. Brothers, sisters. See that? They were taking our children, throwing them headlong and all that. We scared of some mocking. Some mocking. Your people gonna joan on you. They talk bad about Christ. Call him the devil. Again, he died. Who am I? That's right. All right, let's finish it, brother.
Verse 60. At that time also they builded up the Mount Zion with high walls and strong towers round about, lest the Gentiles should come and tread it down, as they had done before. And they sat there in garrison to keep it, and fortified Bethshur to preserve it, that the people might have a defense against Adum,
which is a Greek way to say Edom, Esau the Edomite, the so-called Caucasian. Showing you the Greeks are Edomites. Feel me? Last one, John chapter 10. You got something out?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out in this last verse.
John, okay. Okay, John chapter 10, verse 10. I'll show you Christ even observed this very feast.
That's right.
New Testament. And we never even taught these things growing up. You ask yourself why?
All in the scripture.
Right in the Bible. It wasn't no playing around. It wasn't no when you think and you know and you know the handkerchief game, patting the forehead. It wasn't none of that.
Right.
Right to the scripture. This is what we doing. This is what we supposed to be doing. Yeah, John chapter 10, brother. John 10 and 10. Read down 23.
Y'all, this our last script, y'all. We're gonna get some order on how we gonna eat. We just gotta make a few announcements, y'all, and then we get our feast on.
Once again, all praise to the God Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
That's right.
Remember, he requires what's past. Those, just how they desecrated the temple and brought in the worship of another God and imposed a new world order thousands of years ago, is coming right back around full circle.
That's right.
History repeats itself. That which has been is that which shall be. Ain't nothing new under the sun.
Ain't no reincarnation.
No, not at all.
Some try to use those scriptures for. We talking resurrection.
Yes, sir. If you stay faithful to the end, the Lord gonna give you a crown of life. That's all through the scripture. It ain't to scare you with death. Just understand, many men of the Lord were mocked. Isaiah was